Welcome back to our channel, soap fans. Grab your coffee because the July 8 episode of Days of Our Lives is looking absolutely packed with tension, and we need to talk about all of it right now. So let's just jump right into it. The new sneak peek photos for the July 8 episode just dropped from JPI Studios, and honestly, I am exhausted just looking at them. It feels like everyone in Salem is at each other's throats right now. And I mean everyone. Let's start with the hospital drama, because Sarah is absolutely going off on Philip. The photos show Sarah and Philip having this incredibly tense run-in, and you can just feel the anger radiating off the screen. Sarah is standing there with her arms crossed tightly across her chest. She is just staring him down with this intensely stern expression. She is not having it at all. And then you look at Philip. Philip has his hands up in the air in one of the photos, like he's in full defensive mode, surrendering, or at least trying to calm her down. But we all know Sarah doesn't calm down easily when she's on a warpath. What are they even fighting about? It has to be Titan. It just has to be. Let's be real, Titan is in an absolute state right now because of EJ. The company is a massive financial mess. Philip and Xander were completely blindsided when that mysterious wealth company bought out Titan's massive loan, and Philip is drowning. He is just drowning in corporate stress. Gabby tried to bail him out with her DiMera inheritance, but Philip is too proud or too angry to deal with it properly. So now Sarah is giving him an earful. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Philip here. He's trying his best to hold his family's legacy together, but Sarah has zero patience left. Zero. But Titan isn't even Sarah's biggest problem right now. Not by a long shot. Because Brady visits Sarah at work, and the two of them are in full panic mode. They are desperate to figure out what is happening with Holly Jonas. Poor Holly. Her condition is getting worse. Much worse. And the clock is ticking loudly. We know that Sarah and Brady have been digging deep into this whole Corseal nightmare. They've been investigating the deaths of Destiny and her sister Clea, and all roads lead straight back to DiMera Pharmaceuticals and EJ. So here's the really sick part. They know that Arsenic could be the cause of Holly's illness. Arsenic, who even does that? EJ DiMera, that's who. We already know from the leaks that EJ secretly buried a bad batch of arsenic-laced Corseal pills near the Horton cabin on Smith Island. And Holly probably got exposed to it through the water supply or something out there. It is so twisted. EJ literally fired Sarah just to cover up his tracks and stop her from investigating. But Sarah isn't stopping. She and Brady are leaning on each other hard right now. They are sneaking in time to compare notes and figure out how to save Holly before it's too late. It's a literal race against time. And honestly, watching Brady step up and use his Black Patch PI skills to help Sarah is kind of amazing. They have this undeniable connection. But I still think Sarah is secretly drawn to Xander. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. The love triangle is messy, but right now, saving Holly is the only thing that matters. Who actually believes EJ is going to get away with this? He's turning into a complete monster. Stefano too. And speaking of monsters, let's zoom out and talk about the other massive showdown happening in this episode. Over at the DiMera mansion, Brady and Kristen, oh boy, the photos of these two are just, wow. Brady's not letting his ex off the hook. He is absolutely refusing to back down. There are 3 different photos of their exchange, and none of them look fun. Brady has this deeply frustrated, completely angry look on his face. He is sick and tired of Kristen's games. But the really interesting part, Kristen actually looks scared. Angry, yes, but mostly scared. And Kristen DiMera does not get scared easily. The sneak peek gives us an up-close look at her face, and you can see the genuine fear in her eyes. Why is she terrified? Rachel. It all comes back to Rachel. So Rachel is finally getting released from Bayview soon. You would think Kristen would be thrilled, right? Her daughter is coming home. But she's not thrilled. She is terrified because EJ is on the warpath. Let's rewind a bit. A few episodes ago, Kristen did the unthinkable. She actually used a mentally unstable teenager, Sophia, to try and kill Johnny DiMera in an apartment fire. She wanted to make EJ suffer. She wanted to destroy his son. Well, EJ found out, and EJ is not the forgiving type, especially not lately. EJ is wearing Stefano's ring and acting like a ruthless dictator. Kristen knows that EJ is plotting his revenge. And what is the one thing Kristen loves more than anything else in the world? Rachel. Kristen is absolutely paralyzed by the fear that EJ is going to do something to Rachel as payback for the Johnny incident. An eye for an eye, a child for a child. Would EJ really go that far? Would he really hurt his own niece to get back at his sister? Maybe I'm crazy, but I actually think he might. He is so unhinged right now with the Coruscant cover-up and Lexi's failing resurrection people. He has nothing to lose. So Brady is standing there in the DiMera mansion, probably demanding answers about Rachel's living arrangements, and Kristen is just unraveling. She is a total mess. And honestly, she deserves it. She brought this entirely on herself. What were they thinking when they wrote this storyline? It is so dark, but I can't look away. I just can't. Brady is furious because he wants to protect his daughter, and he knows Kristen is a walking disaster zone. He probably wants full custody again, or at least to keep Rachel far, far away from the DiMera mansion where EJ is lurking around like a supervillain. It just feels like everything is colliding at once. You've got the Kiriakis family crumbling under the weight of this mysterious Titan loan buyout. You've got Philip screaming at Sarah, or rather Sarah screaming at Philip. You've got the horrible, tragic medical mystery with Holly and the arsenic poisoning. Sarah and Brady desperately playing detective while the clock runs out on a teenage girl's life. And then you have the dark, twisted DiMera family warfare. Kristen versus EJ. Brady caught in the middle trying to save Rachel from the crossfire. It is just so much. Sometimes I sit back and look at the bigger pattern of this show, and I have to laugh. The writers just pile trauma on top of trauma. But this July sweeps period feels different. It feels heavier. The stakes are literal life and death. Holly could actually die from this arsenic exposure. Rachel could get caught in EJ's sick revenge plot. Titan could be lost forever. It's a lot to process. I'm really curious to see how Philip handles Sarah's wrath. He usually deflects, but Sarah's relentless. And I'm even more curious to see if Brady can somehow break through Kristen's wall of panic and actually protect Rachel, because right now Kristen is too scared of EJ to think straight. She is backed into a corner, and a cornered Kristen DiMera is the most dangerous kind. We will have to tune in on July 8th to see how all these explosions finally play out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think EJ will actually target Rachel? Do you think Sarah and Brady will find the cure for Holly in time? It is going to be a wild ride.